All right, it is June 7th, 2018. I'm getting the date right this time and the year. And my name is Joyce Rockwood. I'm a certified colon hydrotherapist and a wellness advocate with doTERRA. My goal is to assist you in becoming the boss of your own being, to help you detoxify your life and live the greatest health of your life. What could be better than that? So we have done an on-time raffle. We had a wonderful winner named Loretta. She won the sleep roller. Holla! It's going to go out to her at the end of the event. And I asked everyone, and I'm going to ask again, are you the kind of person who wants to have natural options when it comes to improving your brain health and choosing the everyday items in your home? Yes, I assume so. You can raise your hand, you can holler, you can smile. Today's essential oil webinar is designed to help you get started immediately, right away, with the best and safest, most effective options at your fingertips, okay? What are your top 3 health goals? If you have not printed out the class pages, just grab a sheet of paper, please. And what I'd love for you to do so we can get engaged and connected is to write down your top 3 health goals. My goal is to help make sure that you have natural solutions and answers to each one of them by the end of the presentation using essential oils and supplements, because doTERRA, this is a doTERRA presentation, and doTERRA is a company that makes some really outstanding supplements as well as essential oils. They're more of a lifestyle company than just essential oils. Okay, so we've got a lot of stuff going on here from the survey. I'm seeing everyone wants anti-aging. Yes, great, no problem. We've got great solutions for you. We've got a lot of people looking for gut and digestion support, which is my wheelhouse, so you are totally covered. I will support you in that today. We have energy requirements. We have some weight management and food craving issues going on as well, and a lot of mental health and mood shift desirable. Okay, peak performance too, and someone looking for some pain relief, some diabetic support, some cardiovascular support, and I think that's everything. If you have anything going on that you didn't feel was covered in the survey as an option, you can type it in the chat, and I'm going to add it to the list, and I'm going to make sure you have answers today so we can move forward in supporting you to step into your power. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's start this beautiful PowerPoint that I've created for you and jump right in. Here it comes. Hold on to your socks and shoes. We got to start it from the top. Okay, essential oils for brain health. Let me just shoot this right into our little slideshow so it comes nice and big on your screen. Look at that gorgeous brain. Isn't that sexy? Yes, cerebellum, limbic system. This gets me pumped. Okay, so the goal of this PowerPoint and presentation on essential oils is to assist you to be ready for anything, to become a healer in your own home. That is doTERRA's mission. I'm here to stand proud and support that. My purpose today is to show you how to use doTERRA's certified pure therapeutic grade, aka CPTG, essential oils safely and effectively in your own home and get them at the very best price without overspending. And yes, I'm affectionately known as the Rinse Princess from the colon hydrotherapy days. Okay. So doTERRA means gift of the earth. I'm going to tell you a tiny bit about them as a company. I think it's really important that you know what they stand for and that they are the largest essential oils company in the world. They do have absolutely no outside funding or debt that allows them to focus 101% on their mission of global healing because they're so dedicated to ongoing research in the science realm. They're able to pour their efforts in that area as well as the consumer product education, which is us, right? That's important that we know how to use the products so we can get the best effects. Why would someone like yourself choose doTERRA? A lot of you told me on the survey that you are brand new to using essential oils. Well, I'm a really discerning person. I tend to attract the same. So I like to share reasons with you why you might want to choose them, and they are as follows. Because I felt the same way you did. If you are a very sort of critical person, I wanted to know why they were so well revered in their field. So if your current options for healthcare are not delivering the results you desire, this is a safe and effective natural option for you to consider. If you're tired and exhausted from using chemicals that have harsh side effects, that are causing dependency, that are causing addiction and intolerance, another great reason. And if you don't have tons of time on your hands to do all this research for non-toxic products, another great reason. Also, look at this beautiful medical panel we have. We are a loaded scientific and medical company. We have over 125 years of corporate and medical expertise behind us, and that's a beautiful thing. We have the gamut on our medical panel from general practitioners to surgeons to pediatricians to gynecologists, dental specialists. The top picture is there because I want you to know that doTERRA has actually broken ground on their first clinic. We are going to be opening clinics across the country to bridge the gap between Eastern and Western meds, which means people will now go to their doctor and be given an alternative in this area of essential oils. It's groundbreaking, and I'm so proud to be a part of it. If you want the best outcome, you want more energy to do fun things with your family, or you're looking for more long-lasting results, and you're also looking for personalized support when you're getting ready to work with oils and that time has come, if that's today, you actually get free essential oils coaching. How cool is that? I would be your coach. Pretty cool. So you get personalized support so that you can make sure that you're using your oils safely and effectively over time, right? And doTERRA has an oil for everything in capital letters. I'm not kidding. There really is an oil for everything. So most people can find exactly what they need. And look at that wonderful woman, Lauren Gross. She's a triathlete 6 times over. She uses doTERRA in her life to keep her game strong and keep her peak performance where she wants it. Okay, their farming commitment. It's actually been recognized by Forbes as reversing poverty around the globe by reinventing the supply chain. So our plants are sourced all over the world. They're harvested at the most opportune time. Nothing is rushed. Every batch of essential oil goes through rigorous testing of 24 different tests and tested by a third party. The testing guarantees us, the user, of absolutely no toxins or contaminants or any kind of microorganisms that would be in the oil. That assures us the presence of the desired therapeutic results that we're really looking for from the highest grade properties of the oils when we're working with essential oils of this kind. Okay, essential oils were our first form of medicine. doTERRA is considered the most tested, the most trusted essential oil that you could put your hands on. What we have that we're working with here, guys, is something that's never been seen before in the industry. It's a medical grade of essential oil, okay? So you can't walk into your health food store and just grab something off the shelf and have the same experience. They have an unmatched standard for their sourcing, purity, and their potency, and they've really raised the bar on the entire industry, okay? 24 different scientific tests are performed on every batch. There's absolutely no adulteration to the product, and their label means a certain level of efficacy every single time you work with it. This is the lemon essential oil, which is a great oil for brain health because it's the oil of focus. Should you ever, as a consumer, be unsatisfied with a purchase, you can actually return it for a 100% credit if it's within 30 days, or you could just return it for a credit to try something else. After 30 days, you can get a 90% credit on your card or the opportunity to try something else, okay? How does that sound? As a consumer, how does that sound? How does that make you feel? A lot of people are concerned in the beginning with trying something they're not sure of the modality. I'll tell you, I've never had anyone return a thing. They always want more. Okay, quick question for you. Are you writing these things down? Are you the kind of person who wants to have natural options when it comes to improving your brain function, as well as choosing all of your everyday household items? So here's where I want you to think a little differently about essential oils. They are not just for an aromatic effect. Essential oils are loaded in all of the products you likely have already in your home, from your cleaning products to your toothpaste to your shampoo and conditioners. The issue is the grade, okay? Those are synthetic versions of the medical grade that we're talking about here today, okay? Very different effect. We've got 2 approaches that we can work with when we start working with our health, right? Which do you choose? We've got natural solutions that we're going to talk about today, but most people walk into a doctor's office and they're dealing with what's called a modern approach, which unfortunately is designed to only manage symptoms. It's a very isolated response because we're working with synthetics. They accumulate in the body, they create resistance, they create intolerance, they create dependency, and side effects. We spend over $6 trillion a year on global $6.5 trillion a year is spent on global healthcare. And I will tell you that the United States is the leading country in healthcare spending. We also have the highest mortality rate, which is just unforgivable. This has to stop. So doTERRA is doing something about that. We have this natural approach on the other side of this little diagram. So this is what allows us to deal with the root cause of these symptoms, right? We're now starting to address the body's needs in a very different way because we're working with these pure plant extracts, which are carbon-based, which have a perfect vibration and harmony with the human body, right? So we're enhancing our emotional health and our physical well-being all at the same time without any side effects. I will say that again, without any side effects. You will not have intolerance with the oils. Over time, you'll actually find you might use a little less. They do not build up in your system. What a beautiful concept, right? And super affordable. We'll talk about that in a moment. Okay, so in the essential oil world, we started talking about grades a moment ago. So here's a diagram of those grades. Look at that little small golden piece of the pie. doTERRA is a little small there, but we're going to be taking over slowly as we already are and surely. So the most abundant in the marketplace is synthetic, the gray stuff. Gray, yes, it's gray for a reason. Now, that's a problem because when we breathe in synthetics over the course of a lifetime, we have a dampening of our immune system, respiratory, neurological, lots of stuff going on there, cardiovascular, lymphatic. All of these poisons are literally seeping into the tissue over time and they're accumulating in your body. It might not feel horrible on day 1 or day 10, but when you see people having children that are born with tons of autoimmune issues, you start to understand and start to get concerned. Like, why is this happening, right? Where is this coming from? It's coming from the human genome of the parents. But essential oils are a very safe and effective way of dealing with the human gene. So we're going to talk about that too. So what does CPTG mean? Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade, okay? That means that the plants are harvested in their natural habitat and that there's this amazing level of testing going on with every single batch, and that we're working with these countries where the oils are coming out of crops that are indigenous to the land. So yes, here's to prove it. Our global sourcing is all over. The entire globe is here covered. We have about 43 different countries we source with. 26 of them are developing nations. And another piece of doTERRA's mission is healing, right? So when we work with Haiti, Madagascar, Nepal, Paraguay, all of these beautiful countries, they happen to have a very high poverty rate. doTERRA is going in now and making sure that we are creating a supply chain for them with their farming and allowing them to have sustainability and reversing the effects of poverty on their country. doTERRA meets with their leaders and we ask them what they need for sustainability, and doTERRA creates very long-term contracts with their farmers, making sure they have fair wages, microloans. We actually have tons of missions that go in and save children out of sex trafficking rings. We distribute hygiene kits for girls where they were once suffering on cardboard boxes for 7 days in dark rooms. We go in and build earthquake-proof houses and schools where there have been massive plight, mudslides. We put in water lines. We put a water line in Haiti because people were walking 5+ miles to get filthy water. I mean, you can actually see videos of this work. If this is the kind of stuff that moves you, you can see videos of all of these missions on doTERRA's YouTube channel, so I invite you in. I tell you this because I think it's a really moving thing that when we work with oils to heal ourselves, we're healing other countries, and our dollars are going to something that's really profound because doTERRA is completely debt-free. So when we distribute these oils like the Hope Oil into areas where there's a lot of sex trafficking for these children, when we buy that Hope Oil for $20, doTERRA takes that $20 in its entirety and they contribute it to Operation Underground Railroad for these children. Okay, so these are the types of really profound missions that we get to be a part of because of them not being publicly traded and not having any kind of debt. They pour all of their money in research, science, and education and humanitarian efforts. And then mentorship programs for children you see in the bottom right corner. Okay, let's get on with the program here and talk about what are essential oils. What is an essential oil? Your friend's going to say, you saw this webinar on essential oils. What's an essential oil? Simply, it's an extract from a plant. That's it. It's a pure plant extract. Pretty easy to remember, right? They are found in all the different parts of the roots, stems, bark, flowers, seeds of the plant. And they're very concentrated. I was just on a plane a few hours ago. I just came back from New York, and I was actually preparing some slides for this webinar, and the lady sitting next to me saw the first slide on brain health, and she nudged me, and she wanted to know a little bit more about it, so I started sharing some oils with her. And one of the oils I shared was my peppermint oil, and she said, wow, it's on your skin, but I can smell it already. The aromatic compounds are very volatile, which means they pop into the air really quickly. They're like 70 times more powerful than herbs. So this peppermint essential oil, 1 drop equal to about 28 cups of tea. Wow. Does anyone here drink 28 cups of tea in a month? Probably not. Or maybe you do. All right. So that's what an essential oil is. So does everyone feel capable now of saying what an essential oil is? It's a pure plant extract. Okay, I just want to check the chat. Okay, we are good. All right, next slide coming up for you science buffs in the crowd. Here is how they work. They are super safe, super natural, and super effective very quickly. They go and respond in your body within a matter of seconds. These aromatic compounds are actually distilled right from the plants for our health benefits. That peppermint leaf you see on the far left magnified looks like that purple with those white sacs. The white sacs contain the essential oil of the peppermint leaf. That's a microscopic magnification of it there. So those white sacs, if you squished them, tiny little sacs, microscopic sacs, that peppermint oil would be getting all over your skin, and you could just actually smell that coming right off onto your skin, into the air. Essential oils contain hundreds of different compounds, different chemical compounds. Nature has chemicals, and they provide very versatile effects, and they have very versatile capabilities of combating threats without building up resistance in your body because they're food. They're coming from plants. They're carbon-based, kind of like a banana or a broccoli, right? So when we eat food, it goes into the body, and then our bodies absorb the minerals, nutrients, enzymes, etc., and then we expel. We take what we need, we expel. So essential oils, think of them as nourishment for your cells, times about 70. Beautiful concept. Essential oils are extremely complex. We're going to talk about the blood-brain barrier today. They are so complex they can actually squirm right through the cell membrane. They're doing that in the second diagram. If you had a bacterial issue represented by that green blob, the doctor would give you an antibiotic, right? That's outside of the cell. If you walked into the doctor's office and had a purple problem, looks like the devil, wah! The purple problem could be viral, and he's going to send you home because he can't do anything for you, right? Why is that? Does anyone know why? Well, viruses live inside your cell, and antibiotics can't penetrate that black outline. That's the cell membrane. Can't get through. But do you know what can get through that cell membrane? Take a wild guess, guys. That essential oil is squirming like a little spy into that cell. You know what else is in the middle of the cell? Your DNA, your mitochondria. Mitochondria, going back to science days, helps you to move oxygen through your body, right? It's like manufacturing oxygen through there. So if there are impurities in the cell of any kind, guess what the essential oil does? It's like elbowing it out. Can't stay here, gotta go away. And it helps to cleanse the cell of impurities, okay? They work with the body to address issues at the root cause. When we say on a cellular level, this is what we mean. They are super affordable. Peppermint essential oil is 8 cents for 1 drop. It's like we step back in time with Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour. Ever seen that movie, Somewhere in Time? One of my faves. Okay. Here's a little bit more science. How do they affect the brain? This is a presentation on brain health. Well, they activate the olfactory bulb. When you smell something, the aromatic compounds stimulate the cells in the olfactory membrane. That sends signals right to the olfactory bulb, which is a part of your limbic system, which is also where your memory is being dealt with, right? Your memory is managed in the limbic system. Cardiovascular health, we're going to talk more about the limbic system too, what else it does. Odors and emotions are processed in similar brain structures in the limbic system. Yeah, this is powerful. Imagine like connecting what you smell and how you feel, right? Stay with me here because I'm going to connect the dots for you. The sense of smell that you have is 10,000 times stronger than any other sense, and it can stimulate the amygdala, which plays a really powerful role in storing and releasing emotional trauma. So if you know anyone who's dealing with like PTSD, issues with mood, my father suffered with depression. He was manic depressive for like a few decades. So I am someone who knows what it's like to have a family member who suffers chronically with that kind of mental illness. And I work with a lot of people who are trying to reverse mental illness now because essential oils are seen as a complementary form of medicine. Okay, so this is what happens when you smell an essential oil. It's estimated that 90% of all human behavior is tied to your limbic system. 90%! This is huge. 90% of your behavior is tied to your sense of smell. Can you imagine? Wow. So if you are like a parent and you're raising kids, what happens if they came home from school, they got poor test grades, someone nudged them on the playground? What about yourself? What about a partner? What about someone at work who's dealing with something that's traumatic or unpleasant? I mean, you can literally whip out an essential oil. I'm going to grab that Serenity blend here. Boom. You know what happens when you breathe an essential oil in? The limbic system's hugely influenced by aroma. You can actually affect your brain in 22 seconds by breathing in an essential oil. That's how fast they work. Okay? It's tied to the autonomic nervous system and it's part of your subconscious. Here's where I get also a little excited. We talk about the gut-brain connection. Tons of books out now. Dozens, if not many more than dozens of scientific research papers out on the gut-brain connection. You know, your gut manages 70% of your immunity. What does that have to do with your brain? Well, if you're not feeling well, if you're sick, your mood shifts. All of this stuff is all intertwined. It's one big happy community. Your digestive health also manages your serotonin levels. Just did a VIP boot camp yesterday for a group of 12 people in New Jersey. We talked heavily about the gut-brain connection because a lot of them were dealing with mood issues, weight management issues. Serotonin, did you know that 90% of your serotonin is produced in your gut? Most people think it's all up here. So you start dealing with gut health, guess what happens? You sleep better, body temperature regulates, mood stops swinging around like a chandelier in a windstorm. You've got hunger cravings managed, sexual behavior, cardiovascular system functioning. I know someone here on the survey asked me about cardiovascular health. Someone in Florida whose first name begins with a J. Okay. And you look, your enteric nervous system in the gut, the lining in the gut has about 100 million neurons in it, which is more than the spinal cord or the peripheral nervous system. So let's pay attention to the gut. There's a lot of stuff going on there. All right, here's what you need to get started using essential oils safely and effectively in your own home if you're brand new to this, and I think about 90% of you on this particular call today are, so let's talk about it. First tool, going behind me is my own little 4-hour diffuser because my 12-hour I didn't unpack yet. There it is, my little pedal. You're gonna need a diffuser, okay? This is what you fill with water. You put in a couple drops of your essential oil. Super easy to use. You just lift the cover, pour water in, and put the cover on. And then you put in a couple of drops of your essential oil, of course, before you put the cover on. It's quiet. It oscillates a different colored light around. If you want it, you can shut that off. And it's cool mist diffusion, okay? It's very easy to compactly transport. I just took mine to and fro, New York to LA. This particular one is my favorite. It's the 10-hour. Can set it for 2, 5, or 10 hours. And you can shut that night light off if you don't want the colors flopping around in the air, blinking around. Okay, I personally love the colors. Okay, fractionated coconut oil. What is fractionated coconut oil, Joyce? Because I've heard of the regular stuff. How is this different? Well, I'll tell you. It's always liquid at room temp. It's fragrance-free. The long-chain fatty acids have been removed, which means it's really easy to have a large surface increases the surface coverage on your skin of your essential oils by not also leaving any kind of greasy residue. Maybe I need some spearmint oil. It's the oil of confident speech. Okay, so we're using this oil, like I made this roller, right? Guess what went in here? This is how you use your oil safely and effectively. I put only about 20 drops of essential oil in this bottle, which holds about 250 drops. The rest of it's fractionated. It's going to moisturize your skin. It's going to allow you to have more surface coverage of your potent essential oils. And it increases absorption by 85%. Yowza. So how do we know what to do with our oils? Well, we've got 2 books we highly recommend, and you can get them for free when we work together. Modern Essentials. That's the book we're going to use when we want to look up medical conditions. I've also got the app. So I give the app this month if you get started with oils and you opt into, they have a really generous rewards program. I can tell you about that at the end. But the app, I keep it right here on my phone. When I want to look something up, like I was on the plane today, this woman was asking me about stuff going on with her joints. She had some arthritic issues. You can just go to this app and you can plug in anything, even if it's like, what is that called? Bedwetting. There are oils for bedwetting, for heaven's sakes. I know we're a more adult crowd, but you know, hey, we might have grandchildren. And so, yeah, I typed in arthritis for her. And guess what? It came up right on the app. And then it's going to tell me what oils to use, okay? So no worries. And then it'll tell you what dilution, like how to use them, okay? And then the second book we are going to work with is called the Emotions and Essential Oils book. That's for someone who wants to work more with behavioral shifts, anger issues, someone who might be dealing with fear or sorrow or whatever it may be, hoarding. I mean, there's oils for everything, guys. I'm not kidding. This stuff's amazing. And then the fourth tool, veggie caps, for using oils internally if they're oils you don't love the flavor of or are just too hot to put in your mouth like oregano oil, okay? So super simple. They're 2 clear halves. You separate them, pop a couple drops of your essential oils in there for immune boosting or brain boosting, or if you're dealing with seasonal threats and itchy eyes and sneezing, and then you put the cap back on, swallow it with some water. Speaking of, and take a sip. All right. Here's how we use them. Woman on the plane was also asking me, Joyce, how do I use the oils? And I said, well, you can watch the webinar tonight and I'll tell you how, but I'll give you a little tutorial right now. Aromatically, 3 ways. 3 ways to use oils, very simply. Sniff, what's in the air affects your mood. Topically, right on the skin or the bottoms of the feet. They work super fast on the bottoms of the feet. Look, 30 seconds. You want to dilute them with the fractionated coconut oil. We like to call that FCO. To prevent any skin irritation or any of the hot oils we don't want to put directly on our skin, right? Super potent, guys. And internally, well, we can consume them as a dietary supplement for targeted wellness, and they support the body's systems that way. Digestive system, immune system, brain function, weight management, food cravings, mental health, skin. Radiant, gorgeous skin. Who doesn't want that? Who wants to deal with some pain management? Who wants to deal with some peak performance, elevating your stamina and energy? You can add them to your favorite dishes for some yummy excellence on flavoring too, like ginger on your veggies. Okay, here are some tips in safety. You're gonna keep the essential oils out of your eyes, out of your ears, and in your nose, just by aromatherapy. Yes, that's fine. We just mean don't pour the drops up in your schnoz, okay? And dilute them with fractionated coconut oil, not water. Why? Does anyone know why you don't dilute essential oils with water? Because you can't dilute oil with water. It'll intensify the oil. Joyce, you said we can use them internally. How do we know if we can do that? Super simple. Side of the lemon bottle has supplement facts. That means you can take this oil internally. The side of the breathe oil for respiratory support, no supplement facts. So that's an oil you would use topically as well as aromatically, but not in your mouth or in your drinking water. And you always want to drink out of glass, stainless, or porcelain. No plastico. Why, Joyce? Why can't we drink them out of plastic? Well, the essential oils are so potent, they actually break down plastic. What? Yeah. Which means for people who have hormonal issues, I did last week's webinar on hormonal balance, okay? When you have a lot of petrochemical accumulation in your body, That happens. Why does that happen, Joyce? Well, remember when we were kids and we didn't know any better and people were slathering like Vaseline and all these weird lotions on us and they were loaded with petroleum base? Super toxic. I mean, that is the farthest thing that should be from you. Like, that should be so far from your body, it shouldn't even be in the same state. That stuff accumulates in the cells and it does hamper the adrenal glands and it basically puts the hormonal balance out of whack. Puts it in balance. Puts the hormones in an imbalanced state. Okay, I want to mention one other thing on the topic of testing essential oils. We talked about doTERRA's testing. Their testing is unlike any essential oil company, any other essential oil company in the world. No one can say this. So here's why I love them, being a health practitioner. Once they test the oils 24 ways, the third party does the same. They send them back to doTERRA. They test them a third time, 24 ways. I know it's crazy. And then 3 times during the bottling phase. Once they pass all those stringent markers, every bottle gets a lot number and an expiration date. Don't worry, it's like 4 years away, okay? But the reason this is unique is because you can go onto one of their websites and you can write this down right now. Source to you, SOURCETOYOU. And you as a consumer in your very own home, I'm getting chills, can look up this lot number, meaning plug this lot number in, and you can see the third-party test results of that batch of oil. There is no other company that goes to these lengths to bring you this transparency. And that is why over 20 hospitals and growing insist on using this grade. And they are revolutionizing healthcare at this point. It's so exciting. Okay, you guys are seeing history in the making. You just don't know it yet. Ready for the next piece of science? You can go to any of these websites to look up more information on oils, okay? If you don't feel like I've covered it all here, I'm going to do my best to cover it all here. Hi, Shelly. Thank you for joining us. And here's some other options for you. If you feel the need to continue doing research after I'm done, please go to scientific-backed sites. I implore you. This is an aromatic science. Do not get your information on essential oils from bloggers who are not legitimately scientists or botanists or chemists. doTERRA is an entire global company with the top botanists, scientists, and chemists to bring you the safest, purest, and most effective essential oils that you will ever have in the palm of your hand. And this aromatic science wheel also is downloadable for those of you who want to nerd out, okay? So you just type into Google, doTERRA Oil Chemistry Wheel, and you can get a copy of this. It's beautiful. It lets you see that different classifications of plants have very specific effects on different body systems and different effects on us emotionally. It's just so beautiful. I love this modality. Okay, so when we want to work with the protective oils, we see the thyme, oregano, clove. When we want to work with things that are calming, we're going to probably be working with more of the florals, right? All righty, let's dive into the top 10 most commonly used oils. Is everyone getting pumped? For lemon. Okay, what are we going to do with lemon, Joyce? Please tell me, I'm so curious. Well, first of all, we get it from the rind. So when you smell this, your eyes are going to be like, wow, that smells so fresh and clean. It's cold pressed, okay? It's citrusy, it's very bright and fresh. It's amazing for purification of the air and your body. It's great for digestion and also supporting healthy respiratory function and for creating a positive mood. Now, here's the exciting part about essential oils. They all have 4 tiers of benefits: emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual. You might not know it, but when you start working with a lemon essential oil, maybe because you're looking to have healthier digestion, a lot of you told me healthy digestion was a goal, you might also start noticing you feel more focused. What's that, Joyce? How did that happen? Well, you're removing acidity from the body, right? You're neutralizing poisonous material, bringing the body back into homeostasis and a healthy pH. So you get so many benefits from using just one oil sometimes, as they each have a very broad spectrum of benefits. The oil of focus, great for brain health. Okay, this is a presentation focusing on brain health. All righty. Lavender have you ever seen photographs of those lavender fields? Oh, they're so beautiful. So everyone knows of lavender as very calming, right? We think of a big, beautiful bath of steaming water and some lavender maybe floating in there, floral wise, or now you can use your essential oil. You can also use this for relaxing your body, okay, emotionally, soothing anything on the skin. The summer in many places now, we got bug bites coming around, okay, so this is a wonderful oil. Now, also, since a lot of you told me digestion was a goal, I do want to mention lavender is also helpful for releasing and eliminating gas in the body. Hello. Surprised? Can be used internally, so you can make vegan vanilla ice cream and add a drop of essential oil. And yeah, hello. Chill out. Chill out on the deck with a scoop of that. Okay, peppermint. You're going to use peppermint probably every morning to pop out of bed. I use it that way. Sometimes I'm just cozy in there. It's hard to get up, even though I know I have a big world of mission to focus on. Sometimes I like to snuggle. Does anyone like to snuggle? All right, so let's go forward with respiratory support. Breathing, clear breathing. When you breathe in peppermint, it's like, woof, such clarity. I used it on the plane coming home today like 5 times. Gas and bloating, for those who told me about gastrointestinal requirements, wanting support there. Energy times 1,000. So you can use this topically to cool yourself down in the summer. Put it in a glass spray bottle, fill the rest with water, spray your body. And believe it or not, you can even use this one for sleep. People are like, what? Because it helps the respiratory system to function at a higher level. We breathe better, we sleep better. Okay, Melaleuca. Melaleuca you're going to use to cleanse and rejuvenate your skin. Who doesn't want that? It's very invigorating. Wash your face with that, with a little bit of your cleanser. So if we want to improve our brain function and we want to connect that to the gut, we want to look at the immune system is being housed and managed by what's going on in the gut. And what happens in the gut is affecting the brain, right? The gut-brain connection. So we can use this to reverse any kind of threats going on environmentally, airborne threats, seasonal threats, stinky sneakers, a drop on a cotton ball, stick it in your sneaker overnight, or both sneakers for that fact. I want to mention too, before I go to the next slide, I love working with essential oils because of their diversity. They're super unique because every oil has so many different benefits. I'm going to just point out about 2, 3, or maybe 4 benefits. If I'm can't keep my mouth shut, I'll go to 4 benefits for the sake of time in this webinar, but just know that every oil can do many more things than what I'm talking about. My goal is to not overwhelm you today, okay? When you're getting ready to move forward and start working with the essential oils I mentioned briefly, you get free coaching to properly guide you and show you how easy it is to troubleshoot using your oils for any health goals that come up or health issues that come up. That would be me. Want to work with me, you can use oils every day. My goal is to show you how to use them every day to up level, not to wait. We don't wait till we have a problem to start working with oils. We use them every day so we don't have to have a problem, right? We grow a garden so we're not waiting around hungry, so that when we are hungry, the harvest is there. And we reduce toxic load every single time we breathe an oil in. How beautiful. You don't ever want to go and get your oils from Amazon or any kind of online company other than doTERRA itself through a wellness advocate like myself for a couple of reasons. There are rebottlers out there. And if you're seeing oils online for lower than retail, that means that they're not legit, because no one would buy something from doTERRA and sell it for less because they'd be out of business, right? So doTERRA is doing their best to crack down on those kinds of rebottlers through eBay and Amazon, but it's tough. So you always want to make sure you're getting your oils directly through doTERRA for a couple of extra reasons too. You want to get legitimate oils, right? You want to have the best results, but you're going to get your oils at the same price I get mine. Same price. Yeah, cool. You do get a free coach with your membership, and you want to make sure you're getting the results with your oils that you're looking for. And you just want to stay away from those any kind of dangers that are out there from rebottlers, because we can't guarantee what's going on in those bottles, right? And they'll get shipped directly to your door from doTERRA. They don't come to me first. I don't sit here in the sauna and hang out with them and then send them to you. They come directly to you. Any questions from anyone? I just want to double check the chat. I think we're doing okay. The chat is cool. Okay. Next oil up, oregano, Hippocrates' favorite oil. Why? Because it's like skyrocketing your immune system times 1,000 to the moon. Okay. For those of you who like to clean and have the most antibacterial weapons of mass destruction, mass elimination, purification on your hands, oregano. You can put a few drops of this in with another oil we're going to talk about in a moment called On Guard and Melaleuca, and forget about it. That's how I clean my countertops and my floors in my bathroom. So you're going to use it the same way, right? Breathing in wellness as you clean, or maybe the person who cleans your house for you, breathing in wellness as they clean. Respiratory system, digestive system, oregano. You can also use it in the kitchen. Pop, pop. All right, so who's up next? My boyfriend in a bottle, Mr. Frankincense himself. He's making an appearance. Does everyone know what frankincense is for? This is a presentation on brain health. It is your brain oil. Yay, Frankie boy. Okay, here's the deal with frankincense. You're going to use him every day. You will not get tired of him. He will be your boyfriend in a bottle. Right under the tongue. I did a video on this. If you are a part of my email campaign, you saw that going out there. Wow, did you just see that purple? Okay, that's weird. Did you see that purple thing just go over frankincense? Wow, I'm not even touching my board. What's going on with the PowerPoint? How did that happen? Okay, that's really, okay, now I'm believing in ghosts. That was super strange. Okay, how did that happen? Does anyone know anything about like technology? Oh, it just disappeared. Okay, did you guys see that? Okay, because this is being recorded. If I'm the only one seeing that, that's bizarre. Wow. Okay, that was strange. All right, let's carry on. So frankincense is your anti-aging oil. Write it down. Frankincense, anti-aging. It's the brain oil. How are we going to use it? Under the tongue, 1 drop under the tongue 3 times a day. Now here's the deal, guys. I was not crazy about frankincense when I first tasted it. It's wicked bitter, but he will change your life. The more I read on frankincense, the more I loved him. So under the tongue, there he goes. You've got a lot of receptors under the tongue that go and absorb super fast. The epithelial layer. Anti-aging for the skin. You're going to use him every day on your skin. You're going to make a roller. 15 to 20 drops in a roller, and then roll it right around the eyes. Reducing the fine lines around the eyes. I've seen it myself. I turned 48 in, what is today, June 7th? 4, 5, 6, 7th. Today's Thursday. 4 days, I'll turn 48, okay? So I use frankincense for anti-aging, and you will too. Smile lines. And you're also, if you know anyone who's got a scar or just had surgery, they can use frankincense to reduce scarring. It's profound stuff, okay? Also, if you're into chakras, if you're into meditation, third eye, opening up the crown chakra. It's the oil of truth. That's why it was used in churches. Okay. Anyone have questions on Frankie Boy? It's made from the resin of the frankincense tree. We get it in Somalia where it's about 130 degrees. Yeah. Talk about schwitzing. Okay. Here's a website you can check out. Healthycures.com. If you go there, or just go to Google and type in healthycures.com, essential oils and brain injuries. Here's what you're not being told. I may have put this in the chat. So it's a great article. I'd love for you to read this article. Kits, class pages, blood-brain barrier, order form. I don't think I put it in here. I can put it in here. Can I put it in here? I might need to escape for a second. So because the limbic system is directly connected to the parts of the brain that control your heart rate, we talked about this in the beginning, your blood pressure, your breathing, your memory, that's 4, 5, stress levels, and hormonal balance, certified pure therapeutic grade oils have a very unbelievable physiological and psychological effect on you. Someone's telling me something. Let's see with the chat. Okay. Hang on. Yes, Melaleuca is tea tree oil, if any of you are curious. Yes, it is. Thank you for asking, Shells. Shelzer. Okay. Here's your blood-brain barrier. Here's a go check out this link, okay? Now, this link is in the chat. So if you go to the chat right now while I'm talking, I want to put the other link in there, but I think you guys can find it because if I go out of the PowerPoint, it's going to bring me back to the beginning. Let me go back to this slide for a second so you can write down this. Hey, wait a minute. Did we skip over? Oh, wait, did we skip over digestion? Oh, no, we didn't. We're going to go to it in a second. Okay, go to, see this website? I'm going to call it out. It's a little hard to read. It's www.rn as in Nancy, OEL, R as in Robert, N as in Nancy, OEL dot, and then you see the rest, right? 50megs.com/PDF/theblood.htm. I'll give you a moment to write that down. I want you to write that down because I want you to be able to see the article. This article will blow your mind. Let me go back to the other slide, thehealthycures.com. So you can type in, here's what you're not being told, if you want to write that down. And it's on the healthycures.com website. This article will blow your mind. Okay, now, let me also say, frankincense in studies done in Berlin and Vienna, or if you're backwards, you say Berlin and Vienna. But my brain works, so I don't say that. Okay, in studies done in those places, using essential oil frankincense improved brain function by increasing oxygen flow to the brain by 28%. That's why this is a presentation on Frankie Boy. Okay, the blood-brain barrier. Here's what's unique about the blood-brain barrier. The diagram on the right, it's a little hard to see because it's tiny copy, but I'll read it to you. The left image of the red sort of two like half circles, that's what most capillaries in your body look like. They actually have a pore passageway. So you see that broken area, right, where like the two halves come together? That's a pore passageway, okay? And that's a water-lined pore. Lipid-soluble substances can pass through. And then there's a cell-forming capillary wall on the left that's sort of like, I'll use my cursor here to circle it. This is a cell-forming capillary wall. Okay, now that's most capillaries in the body. The far right capillary is a brain capillary. Look what happens here. It's completely protected. It's like James Bond got in there and he put all these walls up. So you've got no pore passage. It's completely closed. So on the bottom says tight junction where my cursor is. See that? Tight junction, no pores. Carrier medicated transport. So there's really nothing that can get through there. All right, so most chemotherapy molecules are too large to pass through the blood-brain barrier. That's a filter. This is hence why doctors say chemo doesn't work on brain cancer. Some of the smaller molecules get through, but not the whole suite of drugs that are intended. But essential oils, are you guys sitting down? Well, look, sitting down is good for fainting, but standing is good for jumping up and down. It's a Seinfeld reference, of course. So essential oils can get through the blood-brain barrier. Do you hear what we're saying here? You know anyone with brain issues, severe ones? I'm working with people who, I have a friend whose father has dementia right now. Someone else who has Alzheimer's. Okay, I'm working with those people. All right, Digestin is your next oil. This is going to be a very popular one in today's presentation. How do I know this? Because about 80% of you told me you had digestive health issues and you wanted to focus on your gut. So how are you going to use your Digestin oil? Well, it has supplement facts on the side, so that tells you one thing. Does anyone want to raise their hand and tell me what it means? Hey, look, I give prizes away for participation. And, you know, maybe I'll put together another roller for someone. You could tell me, maybe I'll put together a digestive blend roller. Do you remember how I told you if you know an oil can be taken internally? If you know and you want to type in the chat or unmute yourself and tell me, I'm going to send you a roller of Digestin. Going once, going twice. I'll let you take a moment to type in the chat in case you don't know how to. I'll unmute all of you. I'm unmuting everyone. You can even just blurt it out. Let me see who else needs to be unmuted. Everyone's unmuted now. Does anyone remember how to tell if an essential oil is one you can take internally?
It's got a marker on the outside.
Loretta's like a double winner today. Supplemental facts on the side, right? Okay, so Did anyone else answer that? Because I thought I heard a second voice. Anyone else? No. All right. Retta's getting 2. She's hot to try. Yes, it gives some supplemental facts on the side of the bottle. Loretta needs oils. That means you can take it internally, okay? So I need to make myself a little note. Not only is she getting Serenity, she's getting Digestion. All right, beautiful. How to use it? A drop in your drinking water. Right on the belly, on the abdomen, you can roll it if you've got fractionated coconut oil and a little roller. I help you make the rollers when we do your oils coaching. Get a free oils coaching from me and three months of ongoing support and then an entire year of coaching. I know, it's crazy. It's like they're giving it away. And then you can also breathe it in. Like if you're in the car and you get nauseous, little sickness there from like looking down at your phone. If you're not driving, of course, okay? Yeah, you could just breathe it in. Hey, what if you feel like you bit off more than you can chew? Anyone feel like they ever bit off more than they can chew in a day? And they got a huge load of tasks? You can use Digestion in that regard. Digest, because you can digest your tasks. Yes, it's a metaphor. It's like so poetry in motion. Okay, so let's talk about the fact that this is a blend because there's no Digest Zen tree. So remember we talked about doTERRA being this beautiful company that does tons of scientific research? Here's it in motion. The blue paint shows you all of the ingredients that are in this blend. They've discovered when they couple very specific oils together, they have a very profound effect on different body parts, different body systems, I should say. Well, sometimes the parts. Parts are parts. So in this particular one, we've got ginger. If you're from Brooklyn, you say ginger. I am from New York, but I really don't speak that way. Ginger, peppermint, caraway, coriander, anise, tarragon, and fennel. So it's kind of like licorice-y, spicy and sweet and minty. You could put a drop in some warm water and just drink it. It's like a dessert. Aperitif. doTERRA Breathe Oil. Well, what do you think this one's used for? The respiratory support. Know anyone who's got breathing stuff, sleep stuff? Anyone who wants to up level, who's an athlete? Anyone in your family do athletic performance work? Ballet dancers? Anyone like that? Anyone who's a public speaker? Anyone in the corporate world who is going to do a big presentation? How do you use these oils, Joyce? Well, there's a lot of ways to use these oils. I mean, like all day long with these oils. You really want to open up your breathing passageways. You've got eucalyptus and peppermint melaleuca. We've already talked about what that does. Lemon peel, ravensara, and cardamom. It's a gorgeous oil. I use it every day with a little wild orange in my diffuser. It's very invigorating, minimizes seasonal threats, and helps you sleep at night. Here's an interesting piece of information on eucalyptus. Studies done on eucalyptus show it supports the release of GABA. Does anyone know what GABA is? Sounds like something out of like the Flintstones. That's yabba dabba doo. It's a neurotransmitter, okay? Now GABA helps to trigger proper synapses between the brain and the nervous system. So isn't this so fascinating? Would you ever think that if you had respiratory support that you could use an oil and support your brain? It's like it doesn't always seem like the pathways are so direct. But eucalyptus not only opens up the respiratory system, but it stimulates or supports the release of GABA, which is this neurotransmitter that triggers proper synapses between the brain and your nervous system. That's why we sleep deeper when we use it. And it's responsible for supporting proper sleep and reducing anxious feelings. How cool is that? Know anyone who's dealing with anxious feelings? Some people are taking a lot of medications for that. You know, they've got preschoolers on like anti-anxiety drugs. It's a shame. So GABA also plays a role in a multitude of health conditions, including ADHD. Does anyone here know anyone with ADHD? It's hard to find people who don't at this point. These issues are running rampant, and essential oils are going to start reversing this. Insomnia, depression, anxiety, inflammation, and premenstrual syndrome is what GABA plays a very high and vital role in supporting the reversal of. Essential oils at the dose of 500 and 1,000 milligrams produce protective effects against certain types of psychosis and can be further explored clinically against neuropsychiatric disorders. Eucalyptus oil. Wow. I learned something today. That's why I do these presentations, guys, for you and for me. I can learn and I can help more people. Okay, pain management. Pain management. We got not a lot of people looking for pain management support on this webinar because it's presented as a brain function one, but I did have somebody in Arizona tell me they wanted to know what they could do for pain. Well, guess what? Deep Blue on you. Deep Blue is a collection of camphoraceous essential oils that are minty, wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, blue tansy, blue chamomile, helichrysum flower, osmanthus. What do these things do, Joyce? Oh my God, they're so soothing to the tissue. Helichrysum actually works with the bone in your blood. Essential oils can support blood and bone health. I'm not making this stuff up, guys. This is science. So you've got the far bottle is the liquid form of the soothing blend. It smells very like Bengay-ish. And it's very icy hot on the skin, okay? The middle bottle, tall guy, that's the soothing blend in the roller with a little fractionated dilution. Then you've got the top picture in the lotion form, okay? Both lotions in two different bottles, two different size bottles. You're gonna use that every morning and at night, in the middle of the day if you want to. Come out of the shower right on the shoulders and the neck or any areas of the body where you got cracks going on, like cricks and cracks, crackles and pops. Knees, I know a gentleman I'm working with, he's ran his first marathon after like 5 years of not even running, had really bad knees. Saw a gentleman this past week, one of my colon hydrotherapy clients, really bad knee from soccer, using the Deep Blue. He's given like 5 tubes of this to friends. Works so well for him. So pain management, connective tissue, muscle pain, okay, joint discomfort. You woke up and you feel like your neck's at like a weird angle. Can't move. You have PMS stuff, cramps. This stuff works like in 5 minutes on the gut. It's amazing. When you work with a high quality, pure product, snap. You get really great results really quick. And before exercise and after. Before and after to warm up the tissue, right? And to make sure it's supported thereafter. Now, if you are someone who deals with issues around pain management, we're looking for anti-aging support. We want to do a lot of anti-inflammatories in the diet, right? Peak performance. If you're using synthetics and are tired of using them because they have a lot of acidic buildup and they really ruin the digestive system, they're terrible on the stomach, terrible on the liver. The Deep Blue oil is not internal, but they made a formulation of it with other things that are herbal complexes that are anti-inflammatory. So you can take the capsule internally for pain management. Head tension, someone who got into a car accident dealing with back pain, this kind of stuff, okay? Not feeling well. It's got resveratrol, frankincense is in there, curcumin, all the anti-inflammatories. Natural, safe, and herbal complex. Any questions on things so far? No questions. You can type in the chat if you have anything going on in your brain. All right, On Guard is next. We didn't have a lot of people requesting support on immune system today, but I'm going to tell you about this one because you're going to use this one every day regardless. Remember what I talked about, essential oils? We use them daily to up-level our health. We don't sit around waiting for a problem. We put a security system in our home. We don't wait for the guy to get to the door and like knock it down and then put in a motion detector. It's ridiculous. So your On Guard oil is going to be your support for improving your immune system. It's your natural antioxidant defense mechanism improver. It's going to support healthy respiratory support, support healthy respiratory response, and clean the air. I keep my diffuser going even when I'm not home. I come home and it's like pure air. The On Guard oil is going to probably become your Fast and Furious best friend. And because of that, doTERRA has this oil. It's a blend. You see wild orange, cloves, cinnamon, eucalyptus again, rosemary. It's very warm and spicy. It's delicious. And you're going to find that you're going to use it all the time, all over the place. You can use it in your diffuser. You can use it in your oil pulling in the morning. They make a hand sanitizing mist or an air sanitizing mist. You can use it right in the air or in your hands. You can use the On Guard detergent for your laundry, cleaner concentrate for your cleaning, foaming hand wash in your bathrooms, lozenges for your throat and respiratory support, immune support, toothpaste It's everywhere because it's so powerful that Johns Hopkins University is studying it exclusively, and they have actually released a landmark study on this oil showing that it's going to be our weapon against antibiotic-resistant superbugs by 2050. They're like freaking out by, that time frame. They're worried that we're not going to have any antibiotics that are going to deal with these superbugs, but on guard to the rescue. So you're going to use that one every day for that reason. You can soak apples in it too, right? Cut up apples, soak them in a big bowl of water with a few drops of the On Guard for like 15 minutes. Drain the water to drink it, maybe with some maple syrup, and then your apples won't oxidize. This is antioxidant support up the yin yang. Look at how it works. That's the landmark study on the left. I took that picture at convention 2 years ago from Dr. Nicole Parrish. When I say it's a science company, we mean it. Far right, chicken coop poop. Not kidding. This is a test done with essential oils. Bottom left is On Guard. Top right is Lysol. Look at the kill zone on the Lysol and the Clorox and the Control D. So the chicken coop poop is in the middle, the big circle. There's a very small kill zone around the Lysol one, top D here on the right. But look at all this cloudy stuff. That's bacteria. Look at Clorox. It did nothing. There's no kill zone. The poop is right in the middle, and there's like a cloud right around it. And then the far bottom right corner, forget about it. No shot. And look at On Guard. Look at how there's like 5 white specks here, 6 white specks or so. And look at the kill zone. It's monstrous. Nothing's getting to it. All right. Those were your top 10 essential oils. Does anyone here use supplements? Does anybody here feel like they need a new supplement? They've been taking a supplement and it's just, choice. I can't tell if it's working. So doTERRA's #1 product is their supplement. Believe it or not, it's not an oil. Are you confused? I was. I was like, what are you talking about? Thanks, Shelly. I was impressed with the On Guard oil too. She was very impressed with the On Guard blend, and it is profound. That's why the doTERRA's made so many other products out of that oil for us. So you can get this daily supplement for a no-risk trial. First of all, it comes with 3 bottles. You take 2 of each bottle twice a day. It's a very simple protocol. There's also a new vegan option. People say, what's in the non-vegan option? Well, I'll tell you. It is, first of all, if you take it for 30 days, it's a 30-day supply, and you're not happy with the results, you don't feel more energy, or you don't see more detoxification, better bowel activity, improved skin, brain function. People feel so focused when they take Lifelong Vitality. They sleep better. It's an overall all-encompassing supplement. That's why it's called Lifelong Vitality. In the first box on the far left, there are fish oils and the omegas. In the far box, in the middle box there, or the second box on the right, the vegan formulation is made with borage and flax oils. So let me tell you what's in it so you understand why it works so well and why it's their #1 product, because this got me so curious, guys. Because I got to tell you, I was a non-supplement person for 20 years telling my clients not to take them. I take it now. I'm a walking testimonial. I got enough energy for 10 people. Okay, so energy, focus, relief, and well-being. That's what you get here. The first bottle is their cellular complex. This is what is going to help you reverse aging, antioxidant support, reducing the free radical in the body, right? Longevity. So that's your alpha CRS and lots of brain power in that formulation. Coenzyme Q10. This second bottle I like to talk about here is that Microplex MVP. That's a whole food vitamin source. It has minerals as well. It is not formulated in any sort of mega dosing. There's no mega dosing of anything with this supplement, okay? They use the highest quality of each product that's in there. Product meaning like you've got vitamins and minerals. They use the highest quality version of everything. Most companies are giving you very high doses because they're using low-grade quality, okay? You also will see a food supplementation in the Microplex, in that multivitamin. It will look like this. Kale, collard, sprouts, dandelion, and tons of other foods that are all plant-based without any fillers, no yeast, no gluten, okay? Now, the third bottle is the wheelhouse. It is the superhero of the entire trifecta. It's their omega-369 fatty acid. This particular formulation in both boxes has 9 of their most medicinal essential oils. Now, do you remember we talked about how the essential oils usher nutrients past the cell membrane? So the omegas usher the micronutrients of the cellular complex and the multivitamin into the cells for proper absorption. This is why when any people start taking essential oils, I start them with the multivitamin, the cellular complex, and the omegas, the lifelong vitality, as their backbone, and their results are astounding. I've seen some things that I never knew were even possible, and I've been in detoxification for 20 years. So I'm a total convert. Also, price point wise, I know most people spend anywhere from $200 to $300 or more on supplements a month. You will not do that here. So if you're looking to make sure you are not overspending, I love it. $79.50 on the non-vegan option. It's $2.65 a day. You can get rid of your coffee because you'll have so much energy this way. The vegan option is $2.98 a day. It's brand new, so the sourcing on it is a little bit more expensive, and that's why the price point is different. It will eventually come down. It is astounding that they also allow you to add up to 3 other supplements to the pack for just $20 a bottle, which is about 40% off of the wholesale price. So if you have digestive issues, which I know most of you do, you told me, you would want to look at adding in 2 supplements for sure. The Terrazyme is the digestive enzyme. It's going to break down undigested food particles and relieve you of all that gas and bloating and help you assimilate all of that food into usable energy. Because guess what you also told me? Energy. Most of the people who have digestive stuff checked off energy. It's no synchronistic kind of a coincidental thing. You will probably want to add in the probiotic. It has a prebiotic. It's going to help repopulate gut flora for proper bowel function. When your bowels are minded, the rest of your body is going to be the happiest camper ever because it affects your brain. So this is how we direct our energies towards brain health, by looking at the gut. If you do need more energy than what you might already feel is being delivered by Lifelong Vitality, if you need something on days where maybe you just take the Mito 2 Max as a supplement, not every day. Some people who are athletes take it every day and they have astounding results. And I work with those people, so I know firsthand. But if you want to keep Mito 2 Max just like in the cabinet for days you didn't get enough sleep for whatever reason, or you're traveling, you couldn't sleep, or someone kept you up at night with, they're snoring because they weren't using breathe oil yet, you can add the Mito 2 Max in, okay? So that's going to get you away from coffee. Coffee is very horrible for the body, leaches minerals from the bones. Please stop drinking coffee if you can, over time, transitionally at least, and use your Mito 2 Max instead. It promotes mitochondrial support and energy. Free of stimulants. Does anyone have any questions on these? Not, I'll go to the next slide. Okay, that's a Mito 2 Max overview. You get to see its coenzyme Q10, alpha lipoic acid, all these beautiful things, quercetin, some ginseng. You got all natural things in here. Ashwagandha, good stuff, okay? Clean, 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 herbal. All right, so those are the top 10 oils I wanted to review with you. Now, doTERRA has about 100 oils. I'm gonna sit here and do 100 oils? No, not crazy. I'm not gonna drain your brain. But what I will do is let you know over time you can collect them as you please. There are some kits that doTERRA makes if you're the type of person who's like, hey Joyce, I just want them all. Right now, we're gonna look at some kits. Now, what I do to get you vamped up and step you into your power when you're ready to start working with oils is a free upgrade if you start by the end of the webinar and order a kit today. You get some really great things to support you. First of all, you're gonna get the wild orange oil, which is the oil of abundance. It's gonna motivate you. It's the oil of creativity. It's good for your immune system. It's good for making sure you stay in a non-hoarding mindset, and it's gonna make you feel like you can be on task. You're also gonna get a magazine, which is chock full of other great science and information and DIY recipes and things like that. You're gonna get 2 other guides until you have the app or the Modern Essentials or the Emotions book. First is the Healthy Can Be Simple booklet. It goes over a lot of the other oils we didn't cover that you're gonna probably want to have on hand. The Modern Essentials reference card is a quick go-to before you have the book. You're also gonna get an hour-long coaching from me. It's a one-on-one. We're gonna set it up separately from this webinar. And in that coaching, you get a 90-day wellness plan. You also get ongoing coaching for an entire year so that if you get stumped on any given day, you want some help, guess who's here for you? Me. And we have a private Facebook group. So for those who like to learn at their own pace, that's perfect for you. Ongoing education, you can glance at it when you want. We also do fun raffles in there. It's all science, new products that might be coming out, you get to see. And that happens when you get started today on this webinar. If you're watching this on replay on Encore, I extend it for 24 hours from the time you get the recording, okay? Now this month, here's where we talk about the generosity and the brilliance and the value of doTERRA. I love this company. Every company should have a corporate integrity like them. They are actually looked at from many other places like Forbes for their corporate integrity. But I just want to say, if this is the month for you to get started, remember I talked about their #1 product a moment ago, the Lifelong Vitality, the supplements? If you get started with about 100 in June, $100 in June, we're going to look at the kits in a second. Most of them are 100. Actually, all are 100. And you want to get opt into their free rewards program next month. It's like a frequent flyer program. You can get what you want in there each month. You place your order, you decide what you want, and you can get points for your order and then get free oils. Holla! I save my points and get free frankincense. If you want to do that, when you place your July order for the 100 in the rewards program, guess what they're going to do? I'm not making this up, and no one is drugging you. They are going to send you a free Lifelong Vitality pack. Yeah, it's like $80. I mean, they're going to give it to you for free. Yeah. Every month they do something extremely generous for new members. This is a great month. Because if you are a skeptic on the supplements and you don't want to start with one of the kits that has them in there, you can get them for free and test them out. It's incredible. All right, so let's look at the kits. Now, some of you told me you were wanting to learn about the oils simply to use them at home as a consumer. Some of you told me you were curious about the sharing options with doTERRA and getting free oils. And some of you told me that you're practitioners or professionals and you're wondering about doTERRA as a business. So I'm going to make sure that everyone is taken care of in the next section. And for people who are looking to start a little bit on the large side and love already, they're kind of falling in love with all the products, you would want to start with the Diamond Kit. Why? Well, it gives you every single product that doTERRA has in your first purchase. That's for someone who is really dedicated and needs to overhaul their home and wants to reduce toxic load now and doesn't want to wait around and do it piecemeal. This kit is an investment of $26.50. It saves you $8.66 below wholesale. When you buy any of these kits, a couple of things. You get a free membership to try anything else you want for an entire year at wholesale price. And with this kit, you get 400 free product credits. You have a year to use them. It's 400 spending dollars. So $26.50 just dropped to $22.50, right? Minus the $8.66, you're already below the $2,000 considerably. With this kit, you also jumpstart in their rewards program. You don't start out earning 10% back on your future purchases. You start out at 25. It jumps you ahead 9 months. So that means when you start in July in the rewards program and you do the 100 to get the free supplements, 25% of that comes back to you in points. 1 point is $1. You can get 25 points back in your membership to use on your own health. What? Yeah. Could you imagine if every time you dropped $100 in Whole Foods, they gave you $25 back? It's incredible. So if you're someone who's really bent on moving forward with your health, that's a great kit to start with. If it's too much of an investment for you, then you can look at some of the smaller kits. Don't freak out. We've got kits for everyone. They're going to drop to smaller kits as we go, okay? So look at this kit. This is the Every Oil kit. This is for like the alchemist in you who wants everything at once oil-wise. You get the 10-hour diffuser, the Lumo, and the fractionated, and so many oils we didn't even talk about. The anti-aging oil is in there at the top, the Immortelle. It's $18.25. You save $9.95 under wholesale. So that means if you bought all these things individually, this kit would be like, what, 17 plus, almost 1,800. I'm sorry, 2,700. So that's how much they save you. Now, this kit gives you 200 free product credits. That's a year to use them. It's 200 spending dollars. It jumps you ahead in that rewards program, 20%. So you earn 20% start off instead of most of the kits start you at 10. Those are some of the advantages of making an investment like this. doTERRA moves you ahead in that rewards program. It's called Fast Start. Okay, does someone want a smaller kit? Let's go to the next one. This is a super popular kit. Why? Well, first of all, it's $550. You save $228, like $229 already, below the wholesale. So that's going to bring you down to what? $330 something. And you get 100 free product credits. And you're going to start out in the rewards program at the 15%. Now, this is a great kit for someone who loves the idea of these oils, loves the idea of the supplements, because you get those too. The Lifelong Vitality is there. And loves the idea of having a diffuser. You get the 10-hour. And Deep Blue Rub, Vapor Stick for the chest with the Breathe Oil, shampoo and conditioner, fractionated coconut oil. Look at all those On Guard products you get. It's a killer kit. Okay, you also get the probiotics and the Terrazyme. So this is for someone who is really serious about the health goals you shared. If you are really serious about the health goals that you shared, you should really start with this kit. It will be the most valuable one for you if you don't want to start with something larger. Now, the other thing to consider here is that almost all of these products are going to carry you several months. There are some of them that are like the Lifelong Vitality. Yeah, you would go through it in a month, and then next month you'd replenish, just like you do with a lot of your other household products. But most of these oils in the 15 ml bottle size are going to last you like 3 months, okay? Some of them will last you a little longer if you're not using them every day. The Deep Blue Rub, that blue bottle on the left, that'll last you a few months, okay? So they'll carry you through. Does somebody want a smaller kit? We can look at the Home Essentials. This kit has got the top 10 oils I reviewed today in the large size bottles, 15 milliliter, 250 drops, okay? The only bottle that's small is the Deep Blue. It's here at the top. It always comes small. And it gives you a 4-hour diffuser for free. It's going to be $275, the kit, and it's going to save you $86.25 below the wholesale. All right, let's go to one more kit. This is the Family Essentials. It's the same exact oils as the one I just showed you, the Home Essentials, okay? The difference, they all are the small bottles. These are like sample bottles, 85 drops a bottle, okay? No diffuser in this kit, but with any of these kits, first of all, you get a free membership to try anything else you want without any obligation to have to buy anything else, okay? Number two, if you love working with the oils, after a year, you can renew the membership. It's only $25 to renew it. And doTERRA is going to send you a large bottle of the peppermint oil to offset that cost. If you feel like you want to pick out your own oils, like a la carte, you can do that. You would pay a $35 membership fee and then pick out what you want at wholesale. That's another option. I highly recommend a kit because these kits were designed because they are the most popular oils to start with, and you save the membership fee. It's included. So if you wanted to start with this kit, you could add something to it. You could add something to any of the kits you want, okay? You could add 10 items to the kit you want. You just can't change out what's in the kit itself. Okay, so this kit is $150, and you save $36.50 on this one. And it comes with 2 vials of beadlets you can pop in your mouth on the peppermint and the On Guard. Okay, there are some other kits that are in the class pages. I'm not going to go through every single kit for the sake of time. I'm already running it's considerably over. So what I'm going to do is wrap up by skipping over them, and you can see them in your class pages in your printout, okay? If you like the idea of receiving your favorite healthcare and beauty products for free, when we do your oils coaching, I will tell you about the rewards program. It's a free program. You get your oils for free in there. It's pretty amazing. You get your shipping reimbursed. And that's like my little crush, Patrick Dempsey. He says, yeah, I like getting my products for free. Okay, if you love the idea of receiving things for free and you would like to receive more than what Loretta's already receiving, do you want to give this gift of essential oils knowledge to any friends or family members? Can you think of anybody that you know that would benefit from knowing about how essential oils work? Were you thinking about them during the webinar and thinking, yeah, this is something that, could benefit some friends of mine? What you can do is send me an email, okay? It's very simple. And you can send me 5 names and their contact info to do it, detox@joycerockwood.com. And what I'm going to do is make sure they get a gift card with your name attached for the next free webinar, okay? because my goal is to make sure that people know they have a say in their own well-being and that these are options that they can consider. And I can't do that alone. We do this by sharing. So for sharing those 5 names, regardless of whether they even watch the webinar or not, just by sharing those 5 names, you are going to get a custom roller. And I'll look at your survey, right? And see that you had some health goals, and I'll make a custom roller based on your health needs, okay? And that will go out to you immediately once I get that email. Okie dokie. Anyone have any questions? Type in the chat. What did you like most about the webinar? I give things for free when you participate. If you type something in the chat, or you feel like you were really moved by some information I shared today on brain health, you can just unmute yourself and flap your gums and tell me what it was. Did you feel like this presentation was thorough and that you learned everything you needed to learn today? Loretta, did you want to say something?
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you didn't, it's okay. I just saw your hand waving.
Nothing. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so if you felt like what you came to learn was covered, awesome. If you feel like you wanted to learn something that I did not, you can let me know now, or you can type in the chat, or you can send me an email if you are watching this on Encore. I do believe that nature was our first form of medicine and it was found in essential oils, and that everything that we are looking for can be found there. So if you're ready to get oiled up, if this is the time to get started, if you're sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, this is how you do it. You go to mydoterra.com/Joyce Rockwood and you choose your kit. You add fractionated coconut oil if it's not in the kit you're choosing, and add some veggie caps as well so that you can take your oils internally. And you can get started right now. And I will get a prompt when you register, and I will make sure you get all of your freebies. They will go out immediately that I presented before: the Wild Orange, the Healthy Again Based Simple booklet, the magazine, and the reference card, the Modern Essentials reference card, so that you'll have some tools coming towards you probably before your oils might even arrive. And I can stay, I'm going to close out the recording in a moment, and I'll stay online to support you. I find there's 3 ways, if you have questions, I find there's one of 3 ways people like to get started with doTERRA, or they grow into a different mode if they start with number 1. First is they just love the idea of working with their oils at home and being a happy customer, happy consumer. Okay, if that's you, you can let me know when we get started. The second way is for people who shared with me already. There are some people here on the webinar love the idea of sharing things that move them and change their lives with their friends or family, and you can get free oils that way. You can also receive residual income just by sharing. You don't even have to do the business to get your oils paid for. It's amazing. I help a lot of people out this way who are actually in financial dire straits and their health is a priority. So you let me know if that's you, and I'll elaborate on that when we do your oils coaching. The third way is for someone who's really drawn to the product and wants to change lives around the world and wants to build a business with doTERRA. If that's you, let me know. Okay? So some people like to add it on to an existing practice. There may be someone out there listening, or maybe someone you know who's looking for a business opportunity, who hates their job and wants to do something that they're passionate about, helping others change and transform lives. Okay? So if you know of someone, we always think, pass them on, let them know, and I will talk with them about the business opportunity. All righty, so did you enjoy the presentation? Did you learn something today? I certainly hope so. I'm gonna stop the recording and I'll stay here for a moment or two in case any of you have extra questions. If you're watching this on Encore, I thank you so much for making time in your lives to learn about essential oils and how they can be a safe, effective, and natural alternative, or maybe just the go-to for you in your life moving forward, so that you can rid the toxic load in your body and in your family's bodies and your friends and family when they come to visit. Right, so I'm gonna stop the share for just a second here and hold off on the recording, and I'll stay online if any of you have any questions. And thank you so much for participating. Next week, let me tell you, next week I will be doing a feature. Today's the 7th, so the 14th, I believe. Radiant Summer Skin. Radiant Summer Skin will be our presentation and focus. And how do you register for next time? If you have friends you want to share the link with, that's fine. JoyceRockwood.com. It's pretty simple. Register right there. Okay, guys, thanks so much, and I'll talk to you real soon. If you have any questions, you can email detox@JoyceRockwood.com, and I'm here to support you and get you set up if you have some questions before choosing on a kit if you're not sure which one to get. Thanks again.